We recorded. Yeah, I just hit record.
It's the Prime Podcast. It's the motherfucking Prime Podcast.
I hate that song. Yo, episode 14 of the Prime Podcast. I am your host, Coast, with your other host, Slim, Fatz, and special guest, Jehry Robinson.
Yo,
What's
what's
up,
good?
kid?
What's good, guys? What's poppin'?
Chilling, man. Just trying to fight technology to make the world go round and just add our little piece of whatever the fuck people would consider this to the planet.
You John
I
Connor
feel
now.
you, man. I feel you, man.
Yo,
Word,
so Jehry, what up, man? What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, just maintaining, bro. Just trying to do the same thing, bro. Trying to learn all this technology to keep shit moving, bro. That was well said. That was well said, Phil.
Hell
That was
yeah.
real shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. We just trying to adapt. You know what I'm saying? Trying to adapt to all this craziness. But
Hell
it's
yeah.
good, man. I'm out in the Midwest right now, so it's a little different. I know y'all are on the East Coast, so it's a little bit of a different tone here and a little less like doomsday than
Right.
how New York feels. I'm sure.
Do they do they have you locked down out there like this? Because we
Yeah.
on
Nah, but we
lockdown
definitely-
for real.
Yeah, we definitely on lockdown and all that. But I just feel like the general tone, you know what I'm saying? And just judging by everybody I'm talking to back in New York and shit, I'm like, people out here, like nobody really wearing a mask and shit. You know what I'm saying? People are still, but it's a real, it's a lower rate here. It's a lot lower than New York. So I guess, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a different connotation to the people where I'm at. So it's weird. And then the people back home, I'm like, damn, I don't know what to believe. We all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm caught in the middle of that.
I mean, in New York, the vibe is fucking doomsday, bro. When you see, it's like, it's one thing, like I know people that died of this shit. People I know people that died of this shit. So the shit get real. Yeah. Like in the beginning, when this shit was just coming over here, we was on the podcast making jokes about Chinese food and shit, and like this shit ain't no jokes no more.
I caught that when y'all were talking about it, and it's funny because I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel either. You know what I mean? It's like one day I'm like straight up just fucking, quarantining, like, yo, I can't see nobody. And then the next day I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna go to the store. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. It's a really hard mental struggle, bro.
I was there too for weeks, like on the same shit. And then like, I think what really cemented it for me is we had Big Chief Smash on here, my homie Jay, and he had the shit. And I'm like, I know this guy. You know what I mean? Like, that shit made it real. That was like a couple episodes back. It was probably about a month and a half ago when we had him on. And since then, I've been like super duper cautious. I was too before that. Since we started doing this in separate places, me and Fast, that's when we was like, all right, we have to chill.
Right.
Yo, Fats, are you here or your mic? There you are.
No, I'm here. I'm just letting y'all vibe out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as all of that is concerned, is that New York is like the epicenter. Like, we got hit the hardest, and so when you here on this side, you definitely feel the anxiety. More so than what you would feel in another part of the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I almost feel, New York is like all I know. That's my home. So like being here and happening to be here while this happened, like I almost feel guilty or something. Like I can't explain it. It's like I feel like I should be back home. Yeah, it's like survivor's remorse almost. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I can't explain it. It's a weird feeling. Because I talked to my homies
exactly
and like,
how you feel, bro.
Yeah, like nothing was locked down here for a minute, and y'all were all locked down. So I'd be like out doing my thing, and I talk to some of my homies, whatever, be like, bro, yo, I can't go to the store. I'm like, wait, what? So it was, it was weird. And then it finally got real here on me, like, probably like 2 weeks ago. And
right.
It took a minute, you know what I'm saying? It took a minute for people to even start paying attention to it. Whereas in New York, it was like right away, it was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything shut down and all that. So it was hard to understand. I'm like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Everything's good here.
Right.
So yeah, I almost felt guilty. I was like, damn, I should be in New York right now. But then I'm like, yo, I shouldn't fly to New York right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you good right where you are, bro. Stay in there and just chill. Let the shit pass.
Well,
Bless, man. Yeah, we all just trying to stay safe.
that kind of like we just segued into my first question. First and foremost, I don't even think we properly introduced our guest today. Phil, who is our guest today?
Our guest today is Jehry Robinson, who is a rapper. And this is the question. Fatz sent me his questions for you, and I
Right.
had a lot of these same questions, but I never asked you, like, yo, where the fuck are you from? Like, initially, I know you're from Long Island, right?
Yeah.
Where exactly you from?
Selden. I'm from Suffolk County.
Okay,
Selden. Yeah, between like Selden, Ronkonkoma, Farmerville, Center Reach,
all
all
right.
those.
So
Yeah,
boom, my earliest Jehry Robinson memory, which you probably have no idea about this, or maybe you do, but
yeah.
do you remember a rapper named Grimm
I do. I do
from
actually.
out in Suffolk County? I used to do these shows with Grimm, and
Green.
Grimm used to roll around with this fucking weird dude named Crispy, who I don't
Oh,
know, for some reason, his whole, like, we would do these shows, and this motherfucker was promoting you like a motherfucker. I had no idea who Jehry Robinson was at this point. This was over 10 years ago, at
so
least,
you
right?
so you saying Crispy was promoting me?
Crispy would promote you by saying "fuck Jehry Robinson." It was
Okay.
like a song he had, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Jehry Robinson?" It made me
Right,
go check,
right,
and then
right.
you had a song at this point. It was like some New York State of Mind or some shit, right? Was
No,
that
no,
what was it called?
nah. All right, let me clarify. There's a few things to clarify. This is good hometown shit though. This is all good hometown shit. I'm glad you brought all that up. Nah, there is a dude, yeah, some dude, Crispy, and everyone would always tell me, like, yo, this dude goes in on you. And like, he just had, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? So I don't know that dude or anything, but like multiple people have told me, and even other people have said, yo, I found out about you because this kid goes so hard to say
Yo,
that he
you
hates you.
owe this dude a check, homie. Cause after that, I believe it's after that. Then sometime down the line, I seen you on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, I've seen that name. I'm gonna fuck with this dude." And then I added you, and I saw your music. I was like, "This dude is popping." Like, I thought you were
Yeah.
dope. We've been
Shout
friends
out to
on
that dude,
Facebook
man.
for.
Shout out to
Yeah,
that dude for spreading
you
all the
did the
hate.
right. You got him hating like a motherfucker on you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Shout
That
out to
shit
that dude.
was that was the best promotion you couldn't even fucking pay for, bro.
Hate
Yeah,
is
man.
always the best promo.
Yeah, for
Well,
real, for real.
my thing is I would like to know, like, what did you actually do to this guy that inspired him so much?
I
He
don't
didn't.
know. I
He
don't
didn't do
know.
anything. The fact was, at that point, because I'm very inquisitive, so I asked, like, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this dude's problem with this dude? Why is he always talking about this dude?"
Right.
And I don't remember who told me. It was like one of the dudes that rolled around with them, and he said like, he's got some song popping that was on the internet or something,
Yeah.
and this and that, and I'm like, okay, so this tells me everything I needed to know about that dude, Crispy. I hate to like name drop and shit, but I ain't seen the dude on the internet in a long time. Well, this
Well,
because sometime down the line after that, I told Crispy that I was gonna put hands and feet on him too. So,
oh,
uh,
okay.
so
Hands and
because
feet.
All right,
hands and feet.
we can't speak on that. I don't know if there's a current case going on that right now. I don't know if we
Nah,
can even
there's
talk
no,
about
because once I told him that, and he sort of blew it off, and then his mans was like, nah, he'll really fuck you up, like, and he dropped off the face of the planet, like,
Yeah.
gone. So, and I'm happy with that. Listen, this was years ago. I don't have no beef with the kid. I don't give a fuck about it if I do. He could,
Yeah, he
it's
technically made
whatever.
this podcast happen. I think he's the reason because
Basically,
how you
so yeah,
find out.
thank you, Crispy.
Shout out,
So
shout out.
Jehry,
What's good,
how long you been rhyming?
man? Shit. Since I was probably like, I would say a good 10 years. If you want to say, like, I
Well,
want to say I probably just hit that 10,000 hours everybody talk about.
but notice. I
Notice.
didn't say how long have you been rapping. I said how long have you been rhyming? Because
That's not a fair question because in
that's
kindergarten we'd be rhyming and shit.
Right.
nah. Because that's a definite difference. We just spoke about this last episode. There's a definite difference between people that rap and people that rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
100%.
you know, uh, That's cool, man. That's cool. Like, what is your like? Because now, like, I've been delving into your music and everything else like that. And first of all, let me salute you and tell you that you're uber talented. You know what I'm saying?
Uber.
Thank you, bro.
That's a
Thank you.
car service, homie. You
Nah,
car
Much
service
love.
nah.
talented, bro.
I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that just like to tell people, "Oh, yo, you hot." I like to
Right.
tell people that they're not hot. But at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
you
yeah.
hot. So, like, what is your creative process like?
Man, honestly, like, so lately, when I started, I was in Long Island in Center Reach. And
Right,
then I had like a backyard shed that was
right.
just basically, microphone, MIDI controller. And I just went in there like and just walked in with like silence, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna come out here with a song every day, like try to make one song every day.
Okay.
So I just go in and like I'll start like playing chords on the piano and then just start singing something and record. And that's really it. Like usually chords or something, and then usually percussion. Later I'll come in on like a drum machine or machine and just fucking bang out some drums, and then go, put it out in order, splice out, make some 16 bar verses. But there's never any same process. Some of my songs have like, I don't know how much you listen, but some of them got 16 bar, 8 bar choruses. And then some of them got like no hook and just weird ass parts the whole time. It's like 4 bars. This 4 bars is different. So like, my shit is weird. You know what I mean?
Can
It's a
I,
weird process.
yo,
Sure.
Fats, can I interject?
Yeah, yeah.
Jerry just said something that when I have listened to the music, you super dope, super talented. We already spoke about this off the air, but I'm gonna say it again for everybody here. Definitely super talented, bro. He, like Fat said, he rhymes. He rhymes. So anybody that hasn't listened to your music, get your ass out there and check that shit out.
Bless.
When you were on your I don't want to say come up, before you even thought about signing with anybody or being on a record label, anything like that, who were you listening to? Like when you were pretending to be somebody in the booth, who was the artist?
Right. Yo, I always say, and I don't know how it comes across, but like when I was a kid, like probably like 13, like I heard I would say Still Don't Give a Fuck off the Slim Shady LP. You know the
Yeah,
record?
yeah, yeah,
You got
yeah,
like Just Don't Give a Fuck, and then you got Still Don't Give a Fuck.
yeah, yeah. I
Right.
know
Yeah.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, definitely.
So I was only known for one joint, that record. But I remember when I heard that, I would be like, that was the beginning of like, yo, I want to rap like that. Like I want to make something this good. I want to like perfect. And then I had to learn about like cadence and multis. So it really became like like a mission to become like that, Big L, definitely Big L, like the big picture. I just used to like listen to
Mm-hmm.
that every
Mm-hmm.
day. And it'd be like, yo, those are the punchlines, those are the bars, like Jay-Z, of course, you know what I'm saying? So and I'm from New York too, man. Then we get like from the Long Island side, the EPMD, bro,
Oh boy,
Redman,
let's go.
Keith Murray, Keith Murray and shit, Redman, like I just those are the people that really made me want to do it. And then that just became like an obsession. Like I gotta get that good. I still try to get that good.
You know what's interesting about your style? Yes, a lot of times artists they'll have a fast cadence, and to hide the fact that they're not saying a thing. When I was
Right.
listening to your joints, first of all, you definitely are in the rap Olympics, bro. I do not know how you keep that damn pace up. That shit's incredible. And you're saying stuff like you're really saying. I was dissecting the rhymes. You are actually saying some stuff, bro. Like real talk.
Thank you.
Nah,
Thank
for
you, bro.
real, man.
Yeah.
For real, man.
It's just I don't know, and I don't know how much you listen to because like you'll get like you'll get that like 8 bar, like the 4 bar loop, 8 bar hook, 16 bar verses, you know what I'm saying? You'll get that.
You throw bridges in there. You sing your own bridges
Yeah,
and all that
yeah.
too.
Like you'll just get a song that's just like typical hip hop structure, because I love that. But then sometimes I'll just be like, it just sounds like a fucking pop song. I'm like, I don't know, this sounds like a fucking Maroon 5 / like Ed Sheeran song, and then you know what I mean? And I'm spitting some bar. Like, I don't know. I was always really self-conscious about that coming up. Like always like I would go to label meetings and I got signed as a writer in the beginning. They were like, you just do too many different styles. It's too confusing. Like people aren't gonna understand all of this. It's like reggae and hip hop and you know what I mean? It was just like too much. Like but as a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Like they told me that was a negative. And then it just took like,
They just tried to box you into one particular genre
yeah,
per se.
right. And then even they'd be like, yo, we want to do a single deal, but we want you to sing. Or the next person would be like, we want you to do like a rap project. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, why can't I just do whatever comes out? You know, and anytime I make something,
why can't I be me? Why can't I be me?
Yeah.
You know,
So,
a lot of times
so it was on that shit.
A lot of times, not to cut you off, like a lot of times what I hear with what you just said is the label, because they have the label and the representatives at the labels, because they have no imagination, they want to limit yours because they don't even know how to market everything that you know how to do. So they like, all right, just do this one thing and we can take this and run with it. They don't even know how to run with everything that you have, you know?
Right. And just because they don't understand it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. And that's like, but through the years, like I started convincing myself too. I was like, yo, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep saying it's wrong, so that ain't it. And then they would tell me that I was a good writer. So I was just writing for a minute, like just penning like random ass shit for like, you know, I did some dudes like overseas. We had like a top 10 record in fucking Amsterdam, you know, in the Netherlands.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just writing like pop songs and shit that I didn't really love per se, but it was, you know, it was just a situation I found myself in. But then I started up FBA, which is my company, 2016, and just like dropped all the shit everyone told me, like, don't do that. Like this isn't gonna work for all that time. And just was like, yo, we gotta drop it because my girl, my girl and my manager, she came in and was like, yo, you need to stop being a pussy and just drop your shit. And I was like, yo, so when your girl call you a pussy, that's a life-changing moment, my bro.
It's a wake-up call.
It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. Yeah, so I was like, damn. So like, just in my ego, I was like, yo, I'm about to put my shit out right now, you know? And then she, you know, she facilitated that too and like started reading books and we started up a little publishing thing, make sure we had our ASCAPs and BMIs right and whatever, you know what I mean? So
that biz, right? Hell yeah.
Yeah, just learned it. But because I got burned so many times. So we just put it out and we just put out what I wanted. And then we gave out CDs in the neighborhood. So if you sent your address to me, I would send you a free CD. But you had to send your home address and your email. So we had your like, you know, your data points. You feel me? Like we had your info to, you know, whatever. Now you locked in. And I didn't think we were even going to get 300 people to give a fuck at all. And within like, you know, whatever it was, a couple of days, we had the 300 addresses. And my girl was like, yo, you said if you got 300, you would print up the CD. I was like, damn.
She held you to it.
Yeah. And we were broke too. You know, CDs was whatever. If they were $2,000, it was like, I was like, bro, I don't know if we could do that this month. She's like, fuck it, just do it. So she really had a lot to do with the initial, you know, she pulled a lot of triggers in the beginning because as an artist, sometimes you just question it. You just like, I don't know. You just need that. Sometimes you need that push. You know what I mean?
Every step we question it, yo. That be our biggest drawback sometimes.
Yeah. So
what was that number though? The first 300? Because I remember seeing that. Is that like part of the something she read or something with like the 300?
No,
what is it like?
What it was she was like, you need to put out a CD, and I was like, why am I going to pay for a CD when nobody want to hear my CD? I don't have enough people to even give a fuck. And she's like, yeah, you do. Like, I think you have enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't think so. So she's like, how many? You don't think you got like 300? So that's where it came from. I was like, probably not. So it was I said, I actually put up a post. I said, if I could get 300 home addresses, I'll print it up. If I don't hit 300, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I was being almost like whack. I was being corny. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
giving
doing
yourself an out.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm not doing it if I don't get to 300. It was almost like the Hail Mary of continuing to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? It was like the last throw, you know, before the buzzer. Like, all right, fuck it. If you know, if y'all want this, then I'll print it up. But if not, I'm not even gonna put this music out. And that shit was validating because it was like 3-4 days we had the 300 things, the addresses, and then it was like, yo, it cost another like $600-700 to send them out, and I didn't think of that.
Oh shit, yeah, that shipping goes crazy, right?
Yeah,
so we sent them all out for free, and then I put up a post. I said, look, if you got it, that means you ordered it, and then if you don't like that shit, throw it out the window or something, or you probably don't even have a CD player. This is still 2016. Nobody really had a CD player then. So
right.
whole idea of the CD was ridiculous to me. But my girl was like, nah, you got to do this for some reason. So she sold me on it. And then I said, if you don't like the CD, throw it out the window. But if you fuck with it, go buy that shit on iTunes. And the numbers are really small, right? So it's like only 300 people, but let's say it was 180 of them went out and bought it on iTunes. And I'm like, damn, I just got 180 sales on iTunes, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it was like,
that's something.
yeah, exactly. It was small, but it was like, damn, they really fucked with that.
But you know what? You know what's so crazy about that? You know what's so crazy as far as like looking at that? We've looked at as far as me and Slim being artists before, and looking at the numbers that like downloads, as far as people that go back and buy, the percentage of 300 people having it and 180 going back, that is a high percentage. Because usually it's only like 10% or lower will actually go back and buy. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's why that's why we kind of felt like, yo, although we ain't shit right now, we ain't saying we shit, but like we're like, damn, now these 180 people, you know what I'm saying? Like they're still there. Like every single one of those people that I'm talking about, like just bought my last shit, that came out 2 weeks ago. Like, so you know what I'm saying? So it felt significant. And then what we did is we threw a show and we did it at 89 North. I don't know if y'all know the venue on Long Island.
Yeah, I know what that is. What is that, Patch Hog?
Yep, in Patchogue. So that's like, I think it's like 500 capacity. And we did a show and like, it was 300 people, which was crazy. It was like pretty much on the nose, 300. And we gave out 300 CDs for free. And we charged like $20 a ticket or whatever. So it actually all balanced out. And I'm like, wow, it's almost like every person we gave a CD bought a $20 ticket and came to sing along to the words. So it was only 300 people in a 500 or 600 person venue. So let's say it's like half full. And it was like, but the people were singing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had a meet and greet, met like 20 people, took photos. They were crying and shit. I was crying. And like, that was the night. Like, as corny as that shit sounds, like it was the night I declared like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be an artist. These words, I'm supposed to sing them. These people are supposed to listen to it.
That was your validation right there.
That was it, bro. That was like, I felt like, I felt like that was like Madison Square Garden that night. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
And it was hometown. That's the beautiful part of it. It was like it was on home turf. You know what I mean?
Right. So then we just essentially that was called part 1, 2, 3. There was 3 different parts on one little mixtape. So it was part 1, 2, 3, and then essentially just repeated that whole entire process. Printed up the next one. We gave out the first 300 for free again, and then that was part 4, 5, 6. So then we did another show. We sold out the venue. We got like the whole fucking venue packed on the second one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and they knew those words. So that was the beginning of it, man. That was the first like 6 months of us starting was really the telling point of like, okay, people do get it, and they don't care that it's not the right structure and the hook is in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so, man. I remember seeing all these posts on Facebook, and I was just so happy for you, man, because I know a lot of kids from Long Island that try to do this shit, and not a lot of people followed through in the way that you did, and I was just super like happy and proud that a dude from Long Island was making some shit happen, man. So I think it's great.
You know what? Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What happened?
Yo.
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
Oh, no. Okay, see, we being too polite. I was gonna say, piggybacking off of what Phil just said, I was looking at your videos. I saw maybe like 3, 4 of them, and all of your videos, bro, you can see it's not. Some people you can see in their videos they're having fun. You can see the joy. Like, yo, I'm doing what I feel like is genuinely me. You can see it in your videos. Like you can genuinely see that shit, man. For real.
I like that. That's a good feedback right there, man. Actually, what's funny is like some of my videos have like thousands of comments on them right now. And like, of course, as humans, we just scroll past all the good ones and go to that weird douchebag. Somebody said recently on one of the videos, like, I feel like he's overperforming or something, like whatever it was, but it was something like a little different that I've never heard before or anything. And then that one person got me like, wait, is that true? And then you hear that from you. I'm like, oh, fuck it. All right, cool. We good.
Nah,
Jerry.
man,
It's
please.
crazy to hear feedback though. It's funny. Everybody has a different opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry, if I could offer you one bit of fucking advice, I mean, everybody on this line has sort of had their ass shined on by the sun for a brief moment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
But if I could offer you one bit of advice, is don't listen to anything these motherfuckers say.
Fuck all that.
Anything.
Actually, I get excited because I'm just like, bro, I'll get comments. I've put shit up before and got no comments. That's an artist's worst day. You know, you work on a project and you put it up and you just got, you get no response. Like you go take a shower, whatever, you come back, you're like, yo, I wonder what they saying. It's like one comment, it's like, check out my music. You know what I'm saying? So like, I like hate better than that. You know what I'm saying?
So yo, Jerry, you in the Midwest now. How did your journey start in Long Island and end up there?
So it really goes from if I take you back to where I just was on the second project, right? We did some shows, we started grinding, whatever, and then it just got like stagnant. It was like, all right, we did a couple shows and the 300 people came, and then I'm starting like, we just get to a point where we're like, all right, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not as fun anymore because we got bigger next time. So just racking our brains like everybody else, like, yo, we got to make viral content. You know what I'm saying? Like just that piece of shit. Like what's the move now? So I was late, like bugging out one night, like all high and shit. It's like 4 a.m. My girl's sleeping and I'm like on YouTube and I start watching like something on Dame Dash or something like that. And next video was about Tech Nine and Travis O'Gwen, Strange Music, which is, they're like the biggest independent label in the world. So I've heard of that, you know what I'm saying? And I know Tech is one of the dopest MCs, but I didn't know about his whole, independent empire and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I watched this whole little Forbes documentary, it was like 6 minutes long. Right. And for some reason, when they were talking, I was like, yo, I need to talk to these dudes because they're gonna understand me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So then I go online, it's like fan groups of people trying to talk to these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh shit, all right, there's no way we're gonna make this happen. So long story short, I woke my girl up. I'm like, yo, watch this video. She watched the video. She gets all excited and shit. I'm like, yo, get me a meeting. So she's like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? Literally like a month goes by and I was just like, she's my girl and my manager. So it's a very interesting dynamic. So I just wake, like, I'll be like, yo, where's my meeting at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to meet with Travis O'Gwen and Tech Nine. Like, where's my meeting at? And just messing with her and shit. And then one day, she walks in. She's like, yo, Travis O'Gwen just called me. He's free, like, on Thursday. It was like Tuesday. It's like he's free on Thursday, and he checked it out. He checked out your shit, whatever. He just wants to talk. And I was like, what? So she had just, like, booked tickets and shit. Like, boom, like, we going out there.
She was on it. It.
Wow.
Another thing where she played me out because I was like, I told her, I was like, any means necessary. If you can get that meeting, I'm telling you, we need that meeting. So any means necessary. If you can get it, just tell them, yo, we'll. I actually said to her, like, we'll bike, fly, walk, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So then when it came down to it, to the fourth quarter crunch time, she just hit the button and she's like, yo, we going out there. So that was really it. That's where it all started right there. And little did we know that he had done, some research on us and shit and understood what we were doing in the hometown and saw the value in it, like, which a lot of people would look over because, like, oh, what do they got, 300 people here? You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't understand the value of, like, selling 300 hoodies at $70 a piece, you know what I'm saying? Like, or, and consistently doing that monthly, you know what I'm saying? So them understanding that and whatever, we kind of went in there like a Shark Tank, less like a rapper trying to get a record deal and more like a up and coming business trying to work with Strange Music, FBA, my company. So we were like, gave them like a pitch and we brought binders and we brought like merch sales and we gave him this whole pitch and he let us talk. And then at the end, he exposed that he's like, yo, I knew a lot of this. And that's why I said for y'all to come out. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to hear more and see what y'all doing. So from there, it just became like an instant bomb, man. Met the homie Tech Nine, like, just felt like, he was giving me props and shit. It was insane. It was just like a very quick move. And they're like, yo, let's see what's good. Come out here, work on some music. No deal and nothing in place. Just went out to Kansas City and started making music. And then we wound up negotiating, and that's where we stand now, man. We just putting out music through this platform. Strange
Nice.
music.
Sound like y'all didn't hesitate and you seized the moment, bro.
Yeah, so seize the moment, man. And then officially signed in on December 27th of this year. So like maybe like 5 months ago. And
Yeah, I saw the video. I watched the video. That was a dope video with Travis and Tech and you signing the contract. You know what I'm saying?
They spoke very highly of you in that video. I watched it too, yo.
Yeah. It was that was incredible, man. It was like and honestly, so to go back, like we wanted that. What we really wanted wasn't like an investment or something. Like we didn't know what we wanted. We just wanted a guidance. You feel me? Like yo, these guys did everything that we like our little brains dream up at night. They went out and they did it. So it's like, yo, fuck, man, show me your ways, bro. Like I was ready to do an internship or something. Like, yo, I'll fucking come ride along with you, bro. I just want to be in the room type shit, And then he came back and they were like, yo, we actually we see more value in working with you as an artist and starting it and trying to get this music out to the world and shit. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Because I kind of, I guess I was underselling myself as an artist and just being like, yo, I got this brand and we could put out other artists, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have I have that New York mentality. I'm an entrepreneur, bro. I haven't had a regular job probably, 6-7 years, bro. Just hustling, editing videos, doing sessions, producing beats, writing sessions, you know what I'm saying? Just making money anyway. So that's really where I was at. And then he was like, yo, I see you as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And that was like Tech Nine telling me, yo, you the elite. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, I think Tech Nine is one of the top motherfuckers in the game. So that's all I needed, really. I told him, I said, even if we don't work together, bro, I'm gonna lead this session and be like, yo, Tech Nine told me I'm elite. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
my next record, you know what I'm saying? So and that's really that's where it stands now. So I just put out a bunch of new music in the past, like since the past 4 months, I put out 3 EPs, 4 songs a piece, and then that's gonna lead up to my debut album, which comes out soon. I can't give you a date, but soon.
You have a title for that debut?
Yeah, it's 2020. That's the name of the whole shit is 2020. So it came out 2020. It's in chapters. Chapter 1 came out, chapter 2 came out, chapter 3 just came out like last week, maybe 2 weeks. I think last week came out. So that all of those right there are 4 songs a piece, and that'll be those will be on the album with like 10 more records coming out.
Dope.
The whole album, yeah. So we're ready to release it, but it's kind of just like a new way of streaming and all that crazy shit. You know what I mean? It's a better way to release the music right now.
Yeah, no, it makes sense with the way people stream shit, because every time you put something out, it gives them something to come back to, and then they go back to the older shit. It makes the numbers go crazy.
Right.
But I wanted to comment on something you said, like, and this is for a lot of, we have a lot of fans that listen to, a lot of rappers and shit. And the one thing you said was like, see, this is the thing. You went and you did this thing. Like you watch a lot of rappers come out and they tell you that they're a legend and they tell you that they're the shit. You went and did it the right way. You went, you put your fucking head down into the book. You started writing, you started putting out music. And then a legend told you were a legend. like, you know what I'm saying? I forgot how you worded it, but that's how you do it. Like a lot of motherfuckers come out and they're like, I'm the greatest ever. And they could never humble themselves to the point where they could even find themselves in the position that you got into because they're too busy alienating themselves from everything by being such a dickhead. Like you straight up, you talented and humble at the same time. And that shit goes a long fucking way in what you was trying to do. And you actually set out and accomplished what you wanted to do, man. That's great. It really is.
Honestly, and then what happened was we basically just kept applying, the same exact shit that we've been doing. And now we got this, this monstrosity of a independent platform. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It just became like a family vibe too. So it's just like it's just amazing. It's amazing to see. Sometimes even all these people, it's like, it's just really about it's not about that one meeting, or it's not about meeting that guy or trying to find that connect. It's like, it's just about doing all those little things every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's about working, man. It's
every
about
day. Yeah.
it's about
And
just
that's it.
doing shit, not talking about it, doing it. Like,
Yeah. And even now it's like, you know, it's like for every like every time you get somewhere, like I said, right, I got 300 people in the building, right? And I felt like, damn, bro, I felt like that was Madison Square Garden. And then, you know, you do that the fourth time and you like, damn, man, I thought we was gonna have more people. Like, you know, like you just start becoming jaded to things that once excited you.
Right.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it was crazy. Like I made it on the iTunes hip hop charts, and then like the next time, so I made it to like 23, and
Go.
I didn't think I was gonna make it on the charts at all. Like everybody kind of figured that wouldn't be the case, right? With my first release with the label, of course. And then so when I dropped it, it got there, and I was like, holy shit! Like I was ecstatic. And then the next one, it got to like 26 or something, right? And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got to 26 on the charts. The last time I didn't think I would even make it to any shit like that, or make it to the top 200 or none of that. And then now I'm 3 away from the last time, and I'm like, yo, that ain't shit. You know?
Do you find yourself doing that a lot? Like based on what results you get from the latest release, you try and like augment the plan? Because I know, as like you said, as artists, we always critique ourselves to a fault sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. It's that's the blessing and the curse though, because if we didn't dig that deep and critique ourselves and beat ourselves up, we wouldn't get to the places that we get. You know what I'm saying, in the music.
Right.
So it's like you got to dig really deep, maybe get depressed, get fucked up, go low, and find like a piece of coal with like dirt all over it.
Shit, sometimes that be the new fuel for you right there, actually.
Right. And then when you come back up and you feeling good and the sun is back out, you got that coal from when you were down there. So you shine that bitch up and you're like, oh,
Hell
damn,
yeah.
I found something good down there. So it's almost necessary to make the product what it is sometimes, like the depression and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, the fucking critique and the overthinking and all that shit. But
is there anything off limits? Like, was there any personal space you wouldn't put in your music?
Honestly, I could probably have more limits now. Sometimes without damn near saying a name of like a family member or
yeah, right.
Get a little, you know, even on my if you listen to my most recent project, like there's some real personal shit on there, man. So and honestly, I think that the only reason I do anything or work is because I'm authentically me, bro, and like you know what I'm saying. I'm just unapologetically me. And if I stop doing that, I feel like even my, 20,000 people that follow me would be like, nah, bro, he ain't doing, he ain't being himself. You know,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you done already made that connection with them.
Yeah, exactly. It's already out in the open. I'm already a fool, bro. I'm already, I'm stupid sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I am who I am. So like,
right.
if they fuck with you for you, you got an unlimited supply of you. So you could just be you forever.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah. So that's how like it gets.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even. I just wanted to dip in real quick and even expound on that point as far as like putting yourself into the music. Being over on Strange Music, you surrounded by like a lot of talent over there. You know.
Oh, of course.
And just at the core, because everybody on this podcast right now has either rapped before or does rap now. And at the end of the day,
first off, I just want to say, shout out because Phil was telling me in the beginning, some of your background, you guys, man, shout out to y'all. And I know he said Immortal Technique and stuff, and that stuff. And I know Phil, I'm actually a fan of some of Phil's stuff that O has mixtape that he dropped.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I just needed to clear that. I know that much respect.
And
good looking, man. Good look.
But it's interesting that you bring that up. You know, even with us in the days of us moving with Immortal Technique and everything else like that, and the whole Viper thing. At the end of the day, I know from an artist standpoint of putting yourself in the music, but also having that in the back of your mind that I'm amongst I'm amongst wolves. So I'm not trying to be the little baby wolf amongst these wolves. I want to be just as big and just as bad as the rest of them. So you like,
Yeah.
do you feel that
But
now? Like when you creating, you know?
yeah, I always had that instilled in me though. Like, you know what I mean? I think we all do, like most people, but like so I grew up on Long Island, right? And like I was shit when how old was I when fucking 8 Mile came out? When 8 Mile came out, I was young, bro. So like I would go into the city and I was like a little kid. I'd be like 11, whatever it was.
Was you running up on people battling, bro?
Yo, I
Oh,
would literally not like I watched 8 Mile and I became obsessed, bro. So like I would just find battles. So I'd be like telling my mom I'm sleeping at my friend's house and go dolo, you know what I mean? Take the Long Island Railroad and go dolo. Into like a shady ass barbershop in Jamaica and just walk in by myself because no one around me wanted to battle. You know what I'm saying? Like there was nothing going on. And even like there was barely internet at the time. I don't even know. I would find events through like, you know, the one kid at school that'd be like, yo, my boy be rapping, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I would just walk in there and I always felt like that. I always felt like, oh, they're going to beat me up right now. You know what I mean? I walk in wearing like a polo and shit at the time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just looking like prey.
Word up.
I always felt like I had to fucking step up, you know what I'm saying? And I had to feel like I'm not gonna get eaten right now. So I've always had that in hip hop. From the beginning of when I started, it was always that competitive. Like, nah, they trying to eat me right now, bro. I got to be on point. And I would always, you know, so I would lighten the mood. You know what I'm saying? I would make it a funny vibe. But I get this story. So worst battle I ever had though, barbershop. Yeah, barbershop in Queens packed. And there's probably like, I don't know, 40, 50 people in there, like jammed. And it's me and this dude going, and I had on my, you know, my shoes because I didn't have time after work, so I didn't have time. I was gonna change my shoes and put my fresh outfit on, but I had to wear my work outfit there. I felt a little like my swag was off, you know what I'm saying, from the jump, right? So, yeah. I ain't making excuses, but I walked in there and I had my old ass shoes on. So all this dude said, I don't remember the lines before it. I don't remember what I said. All I remember was he said, yo, this dude's uptowns look like they've been downtown. Hey, and that was it. That was
battle over.
Yeah, I stopped rapping for a few months. I said, yeah, I ain't meant for this. I ain't meant for this.
Oh, man.
But that was it. That was, you know, that was early on. So anyway, yeah. So even being in the situation with Tech Nine or any of these motherfuckers, Chris Calico, I don't know if you're familiar with Chris, bro. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's like he literally you know, Kendrick Lamar stopped the show and would just be like, yo, Chris Calico taught me everything I know, you know, as far as performing and shit. Like some of these motherfuckers are really legends in the game. And to be around them and shit, it's like, I feel like I've been rehearsing for that type of shit my whole life. And then barbershops, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's why I was saying, you know, you surrounded by a bunch of like really big rabid wolves. And I was like, you know, a very uber talented bunch that definitely get busy. So it's like, it's like it could be intimidating, but it also is fueled that when you sit down, you say, you know, nobody's gonna outshine me. I don't care how good they are.
Oh man, yo,
you know?
Straight up. So like, yo, that made me better because I was working. There's like 2 rooms in a studio, and there's like cameras all around, so you can like see the other rooms if you look at like, you know, there's like monitors in the hallway sometimes. So like you can see a room in the studio, and I'd be like, oh damn, Tech's in there laying it down or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even if I'm not feeling good and I got a headache and I wanted to leave early, I'm like looking at the camera or walking in the room even, and Tech's still in there, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's in here right now, right?
That's instant motivation right there, right?
Yeah, you don't even need to make another song ever. You know what I'm saying? And he's in here going harder than me, who ain't done shit. So, motherfucker, I'm gonna stay here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay here and push that shit through and just being around that, you know, like steel sharpens steel type shit, man. It's real.
That's that Chicago Bulls shit where Michael Jordan is the best player on the team, but he's also the hardest practicer. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, it's like if the best is doing it like that, then nobody got an excuse to not do it that way.
100%, bro. So it's like just having the opportunity and then being welcome. So it's like you said, it's like a pack of wolves, right? But it's also it's more vibes of like, they're like, hey, come roll with us, right? So it's kind of a combined effort. You know what I mean? Like the record feels good because it's like everybody's just doing their part and shit. So, but there was actually, when I did my so when I originally recorded the one I did with Tech on my album coming up, it's called Daylight. I don't know if you saw Daylight.
Yeah, I saw the video. I saw that.
So Daylight, when I originally did that shit, I haven't even met Tech Nine. I never met him yet.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wrote that shit, and there's a line, I don't know if Trav told Tech yet, because Tech was on tour when we first flew out.
Right.
So when we first flew out, Tech wasn't around, and I didn't get to meet the homie yet, but I was in touch with Travis, and Travis was in the, he was in the vibes. He was fucking with me a little bit, you know what I mean? So so in the song, I'm like, I don't know if Trav told Tech yet, but if you go on bed, I'm the best babe, whatever. But that whole vibe is crazy. Tech heard the song, winds up getting on the song, and I'm talking in the verse prior about like, I don't even know dude. And then he's on the third verse, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how life works, bro. And that was all in like a month.
That's
You
crazy.
Yeah.
But see, most people, they only see the month. They don't see the years that led up to that month.
That's what I was saying before, 100%, bro. They just see that month like, yo, how you do that?
Yeah,
how you do that?
And they think that your whole style, your whole image, they think that Jehry Robinson as a whole, as a brand, was built in that 1 month.
Yeah, facts. And then they go out there and they try to do it in 1 month, and they're like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Right.
Yo, Jehry, that Daylight video, did y'all come up here? Was that in New York? Did y'all shoot some of that in New York?
That was pre-corona. Actually, I don't know if I should go on record and say this, but
shit.
before corona, so this is like a couple weeks before I have been in New York, and then I did get sick for a while, like pretty bad, and everybody kind of caught a strain or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even at the studio, like engineers get sick. Everybody kind of had this thing, and we all kind of convinced we had COVID-19 and shit now. But I mean, I don't know for sure. You know what I mean? But it was crazy because I had come back from New York too, and that was around the time, like maybe like 2.5 weeks before the whole shit started.
It was definitely here. It was definitely here.
That's what I'm saying. So I came back real sick, and when I came back to Kansas City. But yeah, we did that. We did that in New York, and I just wanted to run around because that was where I had lived the past 2 years. Actually, over there, we were talking before about Brooklyn.
That was over in the hood, right? Over by Ralph, right?
Yeah, that was actually on Myrtle. A lot of that, Myrtle, right off fucking Marcy stop.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know if you know Kid Super. He's like a wild ass designer, you know what I'm saying, artist dude. But we shot in front of his spot and stuff. So, yeah. So we went out, and Tech stayed in Kansas City. The whole vibe is like he does everything that I do in New York. He does in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He goes about his day, and then we link up at the end. So that was kind of the whole vibe of the video. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
I like that job. That was dope.
3-4 months ago, I'm writing the verse saying, I don't know if Trav told Tech yet. And then 4 months later, it's like, yo, I feel like I know Tech 9-10 years, man. I'll take a bullet for the homie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
we got songs out and shit. We doing videos. Like, it's just crazy. It's been insane, bro.
So what's the main difference you see coming from the East Coast moving to the Midwest? What's the like main difference that you see in the vibe?
Just in general, I think it made me more relaxed just being out here working on the music and shit. It made me more relaxed. Like, it made me realize like everybody's so angry all the time in New York, bro. Like, everybody's so angry all the time, or like just not, you know what I'm saying? Not angry, but there's just such a tenseness that I never knew existed.
It's the pace of the city.
It is. It's just a tenseness in the air, which I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like when I go back to it, my body like feels better. I can't explain it. Like when I'm back in New York,
it's that muscle memory.
Yeah, but coming out here, like, being out here, the whole project probably take about like 5 months in total. You know what I'm saying? Like, been out here like 4 months straight, 3-4 months straight, and working and shit. Like, people just like open doors and shit. You know what I'm saying? People say hi on the street, just be like, "What's up?" what's up, bro? You good? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you, oh, okay. You trying to give me this? Like, so my girl was parking her car, right, when we first got here. And she's trying to pull into a spot. And this dude starts walking over. He's standing in the car. So I roll the window down. I'm like, yo, what's up? What's up, my dude? You good? He's like, what? I'm like, you good, bro? What's up? You standing there? He's like, oh, I was just helping the lady pull out. You know what I'm saying? So he stands there because he's like, it's a tough spot to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just super nice. It's weird, but it's beautiful. So I ain't mad.
Do you think that change of pace would affect your creativity in any way?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, it made me more focused because I'm not in the studio with my homie just stopping by, just being like, yo, you heard what happened? You know, like,
right.
Just less distraction. But like, I gave a disclaimer, like I like sent out an email and shit to everybody, like, hey, I'm going out here and I'm gonna just disconnect, because they gave me the opportunity to do that. And I'm like a nerd in the studio too. So like, I like all the equipment and shit, you know what I'm saying? The mics, like they got everything I ever dreamed of making in the studio. You know what I mean? So just access to the facility was enough for me to be like, okay, that's like a little like candy shop for me to be in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and you get to immerse yourself completely in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And I never had the ability to do that. So yeah, so that's just special, bro. And that's what, giving yourself time to dig and like go deep into the things you don't want to think about. That's why artists are tortured and shit, because we go so deep into like, most people don't think about that shit. They just like take a shot or hit a blunt when they think about that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We start writing those verses, and next thing you know, you doing self-therapy before you realize it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
it's crazy, but you talking the truth right now, bro, for real.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of artists end up crazy. You know what I mean?
So where do you? All right. So this is a two-parter, and I'm gonna let you delve into this. Who do you see yourself working with in the future, and where do you see yourself going? Like, what is your main goal right now from this point going forward?
Honestly, like as far as I could take this shit. So I just have people that fuck with, what I'm doing and just get it. They understand all my weirdness and all that, right? And I just want to keep that growing. You know what I'm saying? And stay consistent. That's really it. Like I can't really say what will occur from that effort, but like my goal is just wake up and stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? And give people what they've been fucking with. Just make sure I provide that shit, because that's what honestly, that's all I have. You know what I'm saying? It's like God gave me those tools or whatever. You know what I mean? This is what I was given. This is my hand. You know what I'm saying? That I was dealt. It's like, this is what I have. And then I'm just going to try to utilize it every day to make it a little better, because I have some sort of traction. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep building it, bro, and get to where it goes. But I got crazy dreams. I was saying I want to own a brownstone in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we was kicking it about that.
Yeah. I want to, of course I want a Grammy, all that shit. But I think J. Cole, it was in an interview like last year. He said like, if you chase any of that shit, I think it's bigger than that. I think it's really like Albert Einstein or some, crazy philosopher. But if you chase numbers, numbers are infinite. Mm-hmm. So you'll never, if you chase numbers to find happiness, whatever, like it's infinite. So you can keep gaining money or whatever it is, or views or streams, or awards, you know what I mean? So if you chase that hard, like if that's your main shit, then, you'll never stop chasing it. You got to, at some point, just be like, it is what it is. I like try not to check those comments too much or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And just be
right.
But easier said than done now, you know what I'm saying?
We human, bro. We all human.
For real. But that's what the goal is. And build this and build something that, like, when people say my name, maybe if there's 100 people there, one person in 30, 50, 60, 80 years is like, oh, I know that dude. I heard of that dude.
Well, yo, his shit was y'all crazy. I don't know. Yeah.
That's no it. Doubt, like, as crazy as that sounds, like in that time, just do something where like when I'm dead and gone, like some like
legacy,
kid,
man. You want that legacy. For real.
Yeah. And some kids like on my Wikipedia or whatever it is in the future, like on my page reading like, yo, this guy was the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. Cause I'll be on the up late, like, yo, this dude back in 1925.
Like, yo,
You know,
how we don't know about this?
yeah, right. I want that kid, you know, in like 80 years just being like, y'all didn't know Jehry Robinson, bro. You
Y'all
know?
tripping.
Yeah. And then my great grandkids got the crib, you know, the crib's still left over. You know
Still
what I
got the
mean?
brownstone in Brooklyn.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
It's all
The
about that
brownstone in
brownstone
Brooklyn.
Yes.
The four story, not the 3 story, the 4 story.
Yeah. I mean, that was a deep ass answer, man. I went a little deep, but that's really honestly what the fuck I'm trying to do. I can't try to get to a specific place. Like I said before, if it's 23 or 26 or not even on the charts or whatever, I can't like, yo, if I start defining my life by that, I'm gonna go crazy. You know what I mean?
You'll never stop. You'll never stop. You'll always be doing that.
I watch a lot of like fucking like Breakfast Club interviews and shit lately, or just a lot of artists do interviews in general, all the way down to like Tupac back in the day, or like listen, and there's like a common thread of like, you know, what you said, man. Everybody's had a little shine here. It's like when that happens, you can't fuck with any of that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like that shit will kill you. Right. That shit will kill you. Like just getting into them comments or like arguing with people and shit. Like,
nah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're doing it right, Jehry. Just the only thing you'll never be able to see yourself the way the people are seeing you and judging you. So do the one thing that got you here, and that's just work. That's just do what you do best, and that's just make fucking dope music. And just be grateful for the opportunity that people, you know, because it's so frustrating. I know, you know, all of us here have been making music for a long time, and it's frustrating when you're making music and nobody's hearing it and shit.
Oh man!
Now you have this platform, and it's like it's a blessing, bro. And that shit is beautiful, man. I love to see that. I love it that you actually had like success at doing what you were put on this earth to do, and you know what I'm saying. You embraced that and made it happen, bro. That shit is beautiful.
Yeah, I have a line in a song. I'm gonna spit something for you real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna spit something. Look, sometimes I like to talk to my pops. I find it difficult to sit and try to vibe with a cop because that's all he is and all he ever wanted to be. And I'm a failure because that's all he ever wanted from me. But I was busy smoking weed and writing records in his basement, perfecting my spaceship to fly to the top. But in reality, my ass still drive a Passat, and I ain't even got no money to take it back to the shot because the brakes are shot. It takes a lot of persistence and discipline just to keep spitting when you know no one is listening. Feel like it's my christening. Somebody wrote a piff again, and Dad, I promise I won't need a place to live again. Once I drop this tape, it'll be like my certificate. So that's an old ass verse, but that. What you just said, it's hard. It's hard to keep spitting when you know no one is listening. You know, like it's the worst. It's the worst. It takes a lot of persistence and discipline. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel,
man.
And that is like I always say, I'm not a blessed person like vocally or like people be like, oh man, don't be so humble. I'm not even saying I ain't dope, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't saying I ain't a dope artist, but just in the sense of like. When I was like 7, I didn't like grab the piano and start singing like
right.
You know, like Michael Jackson when he was a little kid. And like I never had. Everybody wasn't always like, "Oh wow, look at Jehry, he's so talented." Everybody was like, "What the fuck is he doing in there?"
Nah, you worked for it, man. That's what makes it even sweeter. You work.
You put that pain in the gym, and you bearing the results now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I'm not the guy with the good metabolism, bro. I got to stay in the gym every day. You feel me? But the gym, the gym's just a studio, and that's it. So, but I always encourage people because I'm like, yo, don't you could do it, but you gotta fucking put that time in. Don't be a bitch though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get rejected and not be a little bitch ass. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You gotta not fuck. You become almost like. I've been scarred, cut so many times. It's like a giant ass scar, bro. I got all the callus built up. Like I ain't, you know what I mean? Shit just don't faze me as much. Sometimes I'm almost like, wow, that shit would have ruined my day like last year, right? This comment, I would have obsessed about it. I would have like found out where homie went to school and shit. Be like, who the fuck this motherfucker saying this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just grow, bro. You just be like, wait, that really doesn't matter at all because I got all these positive people that are fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So going through, I feel like that's important, bro. Like there's young artists, like I've worked with kids like 15, 16 who were like pop stars and shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, is a fucked up thing because like I'm a grown ass man and I let shit bother me. I'm like, these kids are fucking, committing suicide over like comments on Instagram, bro.
Right.
You know? So yeah, it's a crazy thing to navigate, bro.
You said it earlier. It's the gift and the curse at times, man. It's a gift and the curse.
But yo,
Absolutely.
Check it out, man. Jehry, we really, 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 really thank you for taking out your time to like, come out here and well, come on here and talk to us, and
Sure.
share your story. Your story is remarkable. Your talent is definitely in the stratosphere, and I wish you
Undeniable.
all the success in the world. Can you please share with the primates where they can go to find Jehry Robinson so that they can delve into your music?
Yeah, bro. It's just at Jehry Robinson, JehryRobinson. It's Jehry with an H. That's the way it's spelled.
How did that happen? Is that your government spelled like that?
That is not my government. No. Honestly, because I didn't want to. I had to change my name, right? Because it's like it was like bad shit with my name, and like every time someone would Google me, like this dude died, the dude who invented Batman's name is Jehry Robinson and all this shit. So at the time I was with like a label, and they were like, we have to change your name. You know what I'm saying? And like there's too many Jehry Robinsons, blah blah. It's not good. So I was thinking of rap names and shit, and I just did not feel natural ever not calling myself Jehry Robinson. So I was like, could I just spell it differently? And that's what mad people call me in my, like my mom, my girl, they call me Jeh, like Jeh, since I was a kid. So it's just like the short way, like Jeh. You know what I mean? So I just spelled it like that. I was like, fuck it, yo. Nobody liked it too. You know what I'm saying? And then my girl made me write it, and that's my logo. She just made me write it on an iPad one time. And that's my logo, my handwriting.
It's unique, man. It's dope. All right, yo, we usually don't like to let this thing push over an hour because we don't trust this equipment. But yeah, Jehry, thank you, man. We appreciate you coming on. It's at Jehry Robinson on all the streaming platforms, on Instagram, Facebook. Check him out, man. If you guys don't know who Jehry is, you better find out. So with that being said,
and guys, thank you for doing this. This is dope. I've watched some of it, and the way y'all putting it together, and the conversation and shit, it's important, bro. Keep doing this shit. Salute to y'all, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
All right, peace to the podcast universe. All right.